You're
And,
such a piece of shit.
and we're going.
Well, thank you, Craig, and welcome back to the 103rd rendition of Cooped Up Conversations with Aaron, Joey, Prokop, and me, Cooper. And joining us today, special guest. It's not his returning, returning in the sense we went on a quick chat. The legend himself, the host of Yes Offense podcast, throws comedy shows. That's your intro, Mr. Alex Tomaselli. How you doing?
What's up, guys? Chilling, man. That you got my podcast. Most people say like the Yes Offense, the Yes Offensive. They add to it that it's just Yes Offense. But yeah, thank you. Podcast.
Yeah, but so we were just talking right before we started. Dude, I don't know if you've noticed a trend down in Connecticut there, Alex, but around Boston, the homeless people are starting to take a real step up in energy-wise. Like, last night, Joey came rushing to the door. This guy was screaming about his girlfriend cheating on him or something like that. And he was walking down the street, but he had his phone. I'm looking for my phone. He was holding it like this against his side. And I didn't want to make eye contact with him because I'm like, oh, that's not great. I thought it was a gun. He stood behind me and then started speaking in like a language I didn't speak, screaming at me. And I was like, with all my power, trying to stay like looking forward, pretending I didn't see this guy.
Where was this?
Dude, right outside your apartment, Aaron. Like,
We're
I heard the guy
fucking
walking down the street, and I'm like, Joe needs to get his fucking ass down here. Because I'm standing in front.
Harrison, I could hear him through our concrete like castle we're in. I could hear the screaming on the street, and I started sprinting, like, cut down the stairwell.
Dude, standing right behind me, losing his fucking mind, dude. And I'm like, this, dude, I was low-key kind of horrified, not gonna lie.
Did he do anything to you?
No, you just sat there screaming, but I learned from last time when we almost got stabbed, when you acknowledge that they're in your universe, you become a part of their universe. So I wanted to make sure to avoid that at all costs. So I was like, if I just keep looking forward, he might just think I don't hear him. You know what I mean? But he loses once Joey opened the door, he kind of kept on walking down and started screaming again. But dude, their energy level is out. I don't know if something's in the water.
It's meth. They're on new meth.
Meth.
Yeah,
It is.
it's also
what
that
it
they're
is.
just out. Yeah, they're everyone's. I don't know, man. It's like it's still warm out too. So if they're warm
It's a
out,
full moon
they're
tonight.
outside.
Do you think daylight savings affects a homeless person
Full moon.
more?
That's the other thing.
Full moon is also a good
It was
point.
a
I didn't
lunar
think about the
eclipse.
blood moon eclipse.
Lunar
Yeah.
eclipse.
That's why you're running into them.
That's why, dude, because I saw this guy literally smash a hood of a car because some guy didn't give him change the other day.
Well, homeless people have gotten it. Well, just because of the whole COVID thing and everything, like, I feel like homeless people now are more brazen, and it's just happening more because of how everyone's like heads are fucked up. So you're just seeing more homeless people because people are more fucked up nowadays. I don't know. They're also like, even in New York City, like I've been going out there a lot, and I've seen my fair share of shit in New York City. But like the last time I was there was just a guy on the street corner. Like I crossed the street, and there was this guy, like almost similar to you, where it was a guy standing there on the street corner. And I thought he had his phone in his hand or something else. Like he was doing something with an object in his hand. And the closer I got, it was his dick. His dick was out side of the street, just chilling. And I'm not kidding, dude. I walked by it and I was like, "That's weird. I wonder if other people see this and are like traumatized, like I am right now." And like, passerby traumatized. And as I thought that, this girl who was walking in back of me is on the phone with her friend, and she goes, "Oh my God. There's just this guy on the corner and his dick's just out. I don't even know what to do right now." And just keeps going, like, with her day. And I was like, oh, this is a regular thing.
Dude,
This happens.
that's why you pay $6,000 to live in a shoebox with no kitchen.
Yeah.
Because where else are you going to see some guy able to play with his dick on the street corner during the daylight?
Dude, it was it was dark time. It was dark. And
Oh, that adds another level to it then. That's a
yeah,
little
dude, it was really it was just like the thing that was crazy about it is I didn't notice it until I was right in front of it, which was kind of weird. Where I was like, "Oh, that's anyone's gonna walk into that like from any point of view." You know what I mean? It's just that's terrifying. But they're wild now, dude. I don't know. It's the same. I've heard the same thing in like Texas. Like they get they're just more aggressive nowadays.
I think I read somewhere that I forget what president it was, but a president basically decided that like we're not allowed to just like round them up anymore, and like not even saying that in a horrible way, but like some people literally need to be like forced into like a mental home, and we can't do it.
Well,
it's like
I think
that's the problem. Is like these people need like help, and we can't do anything about it, so they just run rampant.
Yeah, you can't like forcefully imprison someone who. Yeah.
But like hot take, we need to imprison these people.
I don't know. Well, dude, if there's, I think there's levels to it, like anything.
Yeah, of course, there's levels to it. But like the thing is, what happens in New York, pretty sure, like unless is like somebody will do something, they'll get arrested, they'll be out the next night, and they'll continue to do it.
Well, dude, the guy who just attacked the jogger had 29. He was arrested 29.
Like that guy should not be in public ever again.
Well, yeah, dude, and especially because like I think you mentioned there one time.
Put them in a fucking loony home and.
Well, I wouldn't call it a loony home. I wouldn't call it a loony home, especially since this is coming out tomorrow. But I would say a hospital for mental. What did they used to call the hospital? The hospital down in Boston.
Home for incurables.
Incurables.
That's where one of the Kennedy sisters went there. She got
the one they locked away. Yeah. The one they hid.
Is that the one who was like 3 years old for her entire life?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's a tough go.
They had see, the thing is people are always like, oh, the Kennedys, but they also did plenty of stuff. I'm pretty sure Ted Kennedy drove 2 hookers off bridges, dude, not 1 but 2. So I mean, it's like one of those things. I think it's a karma thing. So like, you drive a hooker off a bridge, then one ends up in that Boston home in Dorchester. I mean, that's just how the universe works. But I don't remember what else. Oh, I can't. But the access to the people, dude, being like kind of that mentally like unstable, and then having access to like hundreds of thousands of people a day. Isn't great. If you lived out in the woods, then you just like gather some people up and you like hunt them and stuff. And it's like realistically, you can't be that efficient with it.
What do you mean by hunt them? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Well, there's the guy in Alaska who round people up, and then he would like release them in the woods and track them and hunt them. And he like was like a normal looking dude. You put that guy in the city where he can like hunt on a daily basis. There's a lot of prep.
But he would get caught like instantly. He'd get caught like right away.
I mean, you'd think
That's
so,
a serial
dude.
Killer. You're just talking about a serial killer.
But dude, like, these
are
guys,
you reading
like,
the most dangerous
getting
game?
out with violent crimes, bro? They're not like they're getting out with like assault, like Aaron said, like the next day. Like it's like
and normally like
you
if
want,
the cop
you want a specialist who hunts humans and
put them in the woods though.
Does it for good, but he does it for. You want like a superhero?
Oh no, you're going far. See, that's the bad thing. No, I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say round up the homeless people and have them be hunted. I was saying.
I thought that's what you're getting.
No, dude, that's exactly what.
That's actually that's how it was worded.
I was saying like, and it's an example. Like if you're gonna have some freak who can like track and hunt people, do you want them to be in the city or do you want them to be in the woods in Montana where they're like?
No, I want them to be in. I'm gonna be honest. I completely disagree.
That's what I was saying.
I disagree with your premise, Coop. This wasn't a good example.
It was a terrible example.
If he was in New York City, that guy is caught. That guy's caught. Like
he's not caught. He's not caught.
He's not enough. He doesn't have home field advantage.
If he's born and raised in the city, dude, like the Aki Way Bronx guy, dude, who's like,
we run these streets,
but he was a killer.
I just think like that's why people like that.
It was a terrible example, and you can come back in any time besides there. But anyway,
like if you were a serial killer, that's where you have to do things now. Is just homeless people because there's so many of them, and people don't care about them and want them gone.
I'm sure there's people in LA who do that, dude. You're telling me there's no like people in LA?
Of course, so yeah, I've seen multiple stories. They just kill. I mean, that's why you kill homeless people because no one's gonna know if they're missing.
Bateman.
Yeah,
that's not a real person.
Yeah, he was a fake guy. He was a movie guy. But dude, you know what I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, by the way? I don't know if you get this, Aaron, but do you ever get dog chiropractors? It is one of the most, dude.
Or the horse ones? Do you get the horse chiropractor?
No, there's a horse guy who literally just like touches the horse and fixes it somehow. Like I don't know what the fuck this guy does. but he clearly does something because a horse always reacts. But like this guy will like go up and like spiritually heal their like ACL tears and shit. It's nuts. But there's this
Does
guy.
it work?
Yeah, I guess. But there's this guy.
Not the ACL tears.
I feel like it doesn't work. I feel like you just tell your
dude.
dog to walk, and it just like walks. It's suffering.
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
good boy, and it's like
The videos of this guy like violently like Call of Duty cracking these like German Shepherds' necks, and like their eyes, dude, they like come back from like another. It is the most, and I can't stop watching them now because I'm like, I always am like afraid that it's gonna be like chiropractic gone wrong and like the dog's just done, but it never does. And like a few times, dude, the dog's like almost bit the guy because I'm like, dude, maybe he didn't need that adjustment. Like he got some like the I don't know what the fucking dogs are called, Rottweiler. He like fucked up its back somehow, and the thing like jumped up and like tried to bite him, but the owner was like, he hasn't jumped in years, dude. Like fucking like just crazy shit. But I just can't believe it. And it's a rabbit hole I've been down for like a fucking week now. Can't get out of it.
I mean, chiropractor is pretty good. Feels good on the back, dude. But
I don't get the human ones though. That's what I'm saying. Why do I keep getting dog ones and the horse whisperer? And then like the next video I'll get is the spice guy. Do you get that guy, Aaron? Who like he's like, I'm gonna test my spice level, and he like bites off like the stem of a jalapeno pepper and eats that, and then like shoves Takis and shit in the, like this guy must shit blood because he does it daily. And then there's this lady who she's like, every time you join my live, I pour squid guts on myself, and she's like I joined her live, dude. She's like covered in like squid ink and condiments and shit, and she's playing like this circus clown on fucking TikTok. And I'm like, realistically, how bad is a 9 to 5 that you're doing that instead? Like, dude, I'm gonna be real. You have to make a ton of money for me to not just work on Excel and have my dignity still. Like, if I was shitting blood because the only thing I could do because my like little niche fucking like success came from eating scalding hot peppers filled with Takis and shit every day, like, dude, do Excel. It's not that hard. Like, sell insurance.
I'm not gonna lie, Coop. You just ruined your For You page by like getting mad at everything you see on TikTok.
Oh, I know. That's the problem. I need to make a new one because I literally look for the worst stuff possible to send to myself to do stitches on TikTok. So it's like I think it's just poison now. It's so bad, dude. And then because I get all the fucking street interviews now too, and it's so bad. I get like UMass lol, like the guy who goes like, so what's your body count? Like, dude, and I'm like, that's South Campus at UMass lol. This guy has 240 likes. I'm like, why are you doing this, dude? And how are these people still going up and talking to these people on the street? If I saw someone walk up with a microphone on the street, I'm walking the other way. Like, why would I talk to you? Like, and it's so fucking that like the one last night, Aaron, where like the girl was like, yeah, I'm a girl, so I can post on Instagram, and my boyfriend can't like the pictures because I'm a girl. And it like was so clearly fake. And I'm like, 80,000 likes. I'm like, dude, you are destroying the minds of America, dude, with these videos. I'm like, because you know that out of those 80,000 likes, like 60,000 of them are like middle school boys, dude, who are like, oh, those are whores. Like, dude, it's fucking terrible. I'm like, I do not know. And that's all I get on my For You page now. It's like spice videos. I get some food TikToks. It's like, all right, that's kind of cool. And then I get dog chiropractor adjustment. So I'm gonna make a new one.
All right, Pro Cop. You should have the election results just up, ready to go, just so
I forgot.
Okay.
Just so we know how fucking cooked this country is about to be.
It's enthralling.
Well, I mean, dude,
I don't think you're gonna know much till like
the Katy Perry stuff is still the funniest thing in the world to me.
What's the that she voted for? Like...
she voted for the Republican. Obviously, half of Twitter started crying. So like, let's see what Nazi she voted for. Obviously, I look him up. He's literally arguably left wing. This man, or at the very least, a moderate something Caruso. Like literally, just the most moderate Republican man Democratic platform I've ever seen.
He's like he's Mitt Romney.
I'm trouble about.
He's honestly even further. He's further left than Biden, honestly. Like,
yeah, I know, but
and they're
people
like,
all
"He
got him
voted
'cause
for a fascist."
because he owns
Hey,
the
guys.
Galleria or whatever, and
Who gives
fucking
a shit? Who?
no, that's
gives
what I'm
a
saying.
fuck?
People are upset about, but Tim Dillon made a joke because people got all fucking offended about him right away, and like said he was gonna put homeless people in a pot, and he got in trouble for that. But like, dude, the guy's like literally, like you said, Aaron, so chill. And
He's
plus,
running for like I think he basically said he doesn't want to defund the police, but he also still said he wants like community policing. He wants like mental health workers to like respond to like certain things. He wants to build homes for homeless people. He wants to expand like women's reproductive rights. Like, how is this man like? Why are you crying over this guy?
well, dude, you also
And the
know
other lady's
half
a
the people don't live in
Scientologist.
L.A. Yeah.
So like, the
Well,
choice
why
is
would
obvious.
you want the cult lady? I'd want a
Like-
cult lady to be our mayor.
We are doomed.
We are doomed.
Now, California is just my least favorite place in the world now because of that. I want a red
Yeah.
wave now. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus. Dude, did you guys see what they developed? Like the guy who made Oculus for.
Oh, is that real? I know what you're about
Dude,
to
I
say.
saw a ton of articles about it. It doesn't seem fake.
What is it?
So
What's going on?
the guy who designed Oculus designed this VR headset where you can like play survival games, but he's like the only way for people to actually play the way they would in real life would be to have them actually die. So they like designed a headset that will blow up and kill you if you die.
Is it the
Yeah.
same way like a guy designed a roller coaster that would kill you?
I mean,
Have you ever heard of
maybe
that? Like, is it like it's not
to
real?
be real, if you're
'Cause,
gonna
I
go
feel
up,
like that's
would
not
you
really.
wanna- would
Yeah,
you
go
want
ahead.
to go out by a game? I
No.
think if,
I mean,
if you're 80 years old and terminally ill, can't walk around anymore, that's probably what it's for. Like, you throw a fucking headset on and it's like, all right, you can relive your life again, and you're actually gonna just fucking, your head will explode, and that's how you, when you die in the game, that's it. So some people might go in there, dude, and just like Paul Walker it and drive 1,000,000 miles an hour and die right away. Or some people might try to like live a fucking life.
But what
But
if it's a hard game?
Well,
Yeah,
at a point, I think that would be kind of because apparently you can't like take it off once you start it.
yeah. What kind of game is this? Is it
Dude,
like
it's real. Look it
Sims
up,
or is
look
it
up, look
Grand
up.
Theft Auto?
What am I looking
There's a
up?
big
Sorry, I
difference.
was looking at the
Look up-
election results.
No,
Like-
don't look up that. Look up the fucking headset that kills you when you fucking play it.
Like, are we playing
Oculus that kills you? That comes up too quick. Oculus
what if
co-founder
there's a
makes a VR
glitch?
headset. Let's go to
What if
Business
there's just
Insider.
like a glitch? What if you're just walking and all of a sudden that shit triggers it and your head explodes? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
like this is not fair.
You're just in the menu and your head explodes.
Dropping a link in podcast chat.
Why are you doing that? Read it.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Palmer
don't think
Lucky
they're
just upped the
fair.
stakes of losing in video games to a startling degree. And the original creator of the original creator of the Oculus headset, which now serves as a backbone to Zuckerberg's metaverse ambitions, wrote in a blog post that he had modified a VR headset to explode when the wearer loses in a video game, killing the user in real life too. In the post titled, "If you die in the game, you die in real life." Like, what the fuck?
What if I'm
Sounds
playing?
like
a tagline
This
to a
is
horror
what the
movie.
guy says. This is what he writes specifically. The idea of trying your real life to your virtual avatar, tying your real life to your virtual avatar has always fascinated me. You instantly
me.
raise the stakes of maximum level and force people to fundamentally rethink how they interact with the virtual world and the players inside it. The only threat of
Oh,
serious consequences can make a game feel real to you and every other person in the game. Oh, isn't that
You know
what
what
life
they're doing,
is?
You know what
Not.
they're doing, dude? What they're doing is they're making us ready to go into the metaverse fully. So that
Yeah.
way, if you go to like a metaverse protest or you try to metaverse fight someone in the bar and you
Oink.
die, dude, you're dead in real life. So that way you have to live the metaverse like real life. Never leave your house.
It looks like an Oculus with 3 small like shotgun like it literally
It's a
looks like
Saw game.
I don't know, I can maybe find a picture of this to drop in the chat, but it looks like, you know, when you do one of those crude ass like fire a shotgun shells through a steel pipe with a hammer It
a
looks like
Florida
that.
shotgun.
It's
It looks like that taped on top of an Oculus.
That's
So
literally
what I saw, I like was looking. It's like he's trying to make one now that's like a helmet that you can't take off and you're like fully immersed. But this like first one you can pause and stuff.
That's like
What's-
you wake up in like a bathtub with that on your head, and Jigsaw rolls out, and he's like, "Hello, Cooper. I want to play a game. You're gonna start on GTA 4 with all 6 stars, and you have to survive for 2 minutes. Can you do it, Cooper?" And then just leaves. That's it. Flip it.
New Saw coming out.
I'd want to play like Animal Crossing. Can you die in that game?
I don't think so.
Like, I just
I'm
feel
pretty
like
sure the
that's the way.
villagers can revolt. I'm pretty
Well,
sure they have a
there are
resolution
there are
feature now.
there are like little mini games in Animal Crossing where it's literally like pick a card. Is it diamonds or is it hearts? Oh, it's hearts. You lose. Your head
Oh,
explodes.
lose! I forgot. It's not dying in a game. It's losing. Fuck. That is just pure evil, and he's a deranged human for even thinking of that.
Or I guess like I guess
He's
you
like,
played a
it's
Call of
always
Duty
fascinated
campaign.
me.
It's
To
not
make-
fascinating me at all. I'm a normal person.
It is a good thing Zuck took it over then. If this is like
I'm so glad
Yeah,
Zuck
dude,
took the
that's what I'm
metaverse
saying.
over because Zuck doesn't know what he's doing. So
Yeah,
it's-
go to work. At least we're not-
like Zuck just wants us to have our meetings in the fucking metaverse at least.
You can watch your porn in the metaverse. That's
They
it.
should just disperse these headsets to the homeless. Solves all of it.
It's a
Like,
win-win.
Exactly.
They stay preoccupied, or I won't say it.
like TNT tied to the side. She's like, "Yeah, I invented this. I envisioned."
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, this doesn't sound like that complex of like it's just like you just strapped a bomb to a headset. Like, okay.
It literally sounds like a Blumhouse horror movie from the early 2000s. I swear there was a movie like this, but the video game was like haunted. It had Frankie Muniz in it.
I'll watch
Yeah.
it. So
What's the
There was
name of that
there was a
movie?
Fairly Odd Parents episode like this.
Well, there's no original ideas, so
I gotta, if I could riff, I gotta go in the other room. Waking up my roommates. Hold on one second.
Oh, so-
10 seconds.
What are we talking about on this podcast, you guys?
Oh no.
On Timmy and Wanda
Timmy and Wanda.
from Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh! I thought you said you were waking up your roommates, Timmy and Wanda.
No, I said I'm moving because I wanted to do an impression of Timmy and Wanda. The time might have passed. Find out. But yeah, Wanda would be like, "Cosmo, the game's trying to kill us," and he'd be like, "Oh no, Wanda, I'm gay," and I don't know. And then Timmy Turner's trying to get his babysitter to put on the thing so she kills herself. I don't know. Is that how that works? That's
That's the
dynamic
episode.
of that show, right?
Yeah, that's how it went.
Basically, yeah, that was basically the show. And then
Yeah,
I
at
saw,
the end, they get the thing off, and she's like, "You're playing video games. I want to play." And she's like, "No," and she puts it on her head, and her head explodes. And they're like, "Timmy, oh no, dun dun dun," and then it ends. You know, I don't know.
Oh, it's the Fairly Odd Parents sitcom edition. I get it.
Yes,
dude, I saw a conspiracy, Fairly Odd Parents conspiracy, where it was like the reason the dad hates Dinkelberg is that Dinkelberg lays pipe, dude, and Timmy's actually his kid. Like, yeah.
What was that show, RJ Burger? Maybe it runs in the Berg name.
What's
Remember
that
that
show
is
ended
that-
on.
I never watched it, but about the
Is
nerd
that the
with, like, a
huge dick guy?
yeah.
Yeah, that show ended with him getting his friend pregnant, and that they just ended it with like you don't know what happened. You know, they didn't do another season after that.
Was
That's
that Nick? What was
That
that
was
on?
MTV, I think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Why was what the fuck was that?
I don't think I've ever seen that show. I just like know that show is just about the big dick kid.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
that's
on
what
that.
I need to.
That,
So
I
you-
watch that during the like I'll smoke weed and watch anything on Netflix that's on here. Time in my life. Yeah,
What other shows then, other than RJ Burger, the Dick Show?
Dude, I watched Nip Tuck. Do you guys ever seen Nip
I remember that show like seeing it on like USA all the time.
Dude,
I had no clue what it was about. I thought that was
It was on FX, and that was like it was like a show. It was like a sex show with plastic surgery, but it was on cable, so you never saw anything. But it was fucking wild, dude. That show's insane.
I remember just being little and thinking that was like what porn was. Before I
Yeah,
knew what porn was. I was just like I got horny watching the fucking
previews.
Like the commercials were like, woo!
Dude, that show, the arcs in that show make no sense and are the wildest things ever. Like the son in the show, like the son of the main characters, he circumcises himself. He accidentally like bangs a tranny girl. The trannies all gang up on him and like pee on him. It's insane. Like he accidentally bangs his long lost sister he didn't know of. He goes to prison. He murders somebody. Like he gets manipulated by a trans psychologist. It's the wildest show ever, dude. That's
What
just
the
the son.
fuck?
That's the son. That's like a third tier character in the show.
Why don't I hear the show being brought up on Fox News more often?
It's too old.
That was
super
during
old.
that was probably during the Bush presidency.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He becomes a mime and
They were just like they just had like a slave room of fucking writers and they're just like sex.
yeah,
That's
dude.
it.
This
Right.
shit ruled. Anyway, that show ruled, and it's horrible. But I watched all of that back in those,
Is that on Netflix?
years ago. It was at one point.
Did you watch?
Netflix needs to bring that back.
No, it wasn't like on Netflix. It was just like on Netflix. It wasn't a Netflix show. Yeah.
Did you watch Skins? That was another one.
Yeah, dude. I watched the first 4 seasons of Skins.
Yeah, that's
after
another
that
fucking-
fell off.
Yeah.
That was like Euphoria before Euphoria.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a show where I thought like this is gonna be awesome. Even though I wasn't British, but I was like, I can't wait to grow up.
Yeah. That show really, they went a little hard at certain times where I was like, this doesn't happen to you until you're like 20. So
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I mean they're British. Maybe they're different.
I guess man, they were getting
Uni's
low.
a little bit sooner for them.
I think
Yeah.
British people are a little more degenerate than we are.
Maybe, man. That was
Well,
wild.
Imagine being trapped in that little shithole island, dude, with all those fucking people. I would be doing drugs at 10 too, with your snarled teeth, your fucking annoying ass fucking accents. Those people are animals, dude.
Yeah, dude, we can say that they're fellow whites.
Yeah,
There we go.
and honestly, they were Joey and I's oppressor, dude. So we could say whatever the fuck we want about them, dude.
Yeah, I
So-
say that about most Eastern Europeans, like any Slavic nation, because I'm like Polish, sort of. I'll be like,
Oh.
just shit on them. They're all white, like us, so fuck them. You can say
I
whatever
don't know
you
if they're
want.
like us, but
What do you mean? Yeah.
We
Oh, no,
have,
they're-
we have
they're
a bit where
definitely-
Eastern European racist is a different kind of racist.
Well, because they're racist against everyone too. They like hate gypsies and stuff. So
yeah,
and they hate other Eastern Europeans. So
I saw like a 9,000 comment Reddit thread like post the other day, and it was about gypsies or the Roma people, and on like r/Europe, not a single positive comment. Not a 9,000, not one. And I think I told Joey about it. The best thing I ever saw was on it was on r/like Ireland, and it was like some guy posted, he's like, what group of people would you like want to like get rid of in Ireland? For the most part, like I thought it'd be a joke. And like some people are like, oh, like redheads, left-handed people, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, annoying people. Everyone's saying that, and then like the poster, like the original poster, just like commenting like an hour later. He's like, for me, gypsies, I hate them. And I was just like, Jesus
craziest thing
Christ.
is the travelers, dude, are literally just Irish. They're not even like genetically Romani. They're just super poor Irish people. They just treat
They're just
like
Irish
dirt.
people who out-Irish the Irish.
Yeah, dude. That they
The
like
true Irish.
instead of going around in their carriages, dude, they go around in their Volkswagen Golfs.
They're caravans.
yeah, all the dudes from Snatch. You guys seen that movie? No, all right. You
No.
Snatch.
What?
Snatch? No.
guys never seen the movie Snatch?
No.
Who's in it?
Is it like teeth?
Brad Pitt, dude.
Is it a-
Brad
That-
Pitt?
It's Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham, Brad Pitt. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. It's a gangster movie. It's British.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
same guy who did what was the movie we watched the other night, Joey? The
Gentleman.
Yeah, the gentleman, that guy,
That
right?
was-
So is it similar? Is it similar to
very
that?
similar. If
Oh,
you
then
like,
I need to
the
watch it.
Gentleman,
Yeah, I need to watch that then.
once you can. Any movie he did that's gangster related is pretty good.
That's like his specialty, it seems like.
Yeah, dude, The Gentleman.
That was a good movie. I'm gonna watch.
Colin Farrell rules in that movie. Anyway, Cooper, you haven't seen it. I know you haven't, bitch ass.
I'm trying to see stuff.
Cooper
What
would
movie-
watch more movies, but he just wants to scroll TikTok to find things to yell at.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You got to keep your finger on the pulse, dude. So I need to know what people are getting mad at. I need to know what I need to be mad at. I mean, if I'm going around not mad, dude, then it's not good.
I don't even have TikTok, dude.
Dude, it's if you haven't gotten into it, then maybe don't. But it's like, it is nuts, man. Because I get like hicks too. That's like one of my favorite part is just getting like, you get a video with like 2 likes from this guy in like Kentucky with no teeth, and you're like, this guy lives in the same country as I do, and this is nuts, and it's dope, and I like that shit. And there's some if you don't like toxic stuff, it gets good sometimes. Like I get some good shit, but most of my toxic stuff's what sticks out because like I'm like I will send it to the podcast thing to like look at later, but. It's nuts, man. They know what you want to watch. It's a little bit uncomfortable at points. It's almost too. It's like it almost knows what you're like feeling at certain times of day. Probably, it's fucking nuts. Like it is the weird. It is so good. It's hard to say. So I mean, if you are bored, definitely get it, man. It's great. It's like drugs. When they try it.
It sounds like you're talking
What a-
about
what a
heroin
bitch.
I don't
right
even know
now.
what you're saying, Cooper.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how to. That's what I'm saying, Aaron. Like I can't. I mean, dude, you do the same thing, Aaron. When I'm sitting at the apartment with Joe, like, and you'll get up and go in your room and watch like 6 minutes of TikTok and come back in, and like
You
you're
make
like,
me not
you're
want
like,
to do it more.
dude, it's nuts. It's like little micro trips, dude. Like where you're like get sucked out of it, and you're like, how long was I in there, dude? Like it's fucking
How long
wild.
was I in there, dude?
Dude, it's fucking wild.
Got the
I'm getting back.
candle lighter.
Yeah.
Fucking grill lighter.
Can't believe Cooper wanted to have cameras on so people can watch him like
Dude, shut the
fucking
fuck up,
blunt with a
Cooper,
fucking
yeah,
candle lighter.
Cameras are nice because of YouTube. I've been slacking on clipping it, but that's what I'm gonna do the whole flight is clip up the
Camera lighter.
It looked like this is a point of view of someone you've tied up, Cooper. I don't like it.
Dude, sorry, I'll back up. You know what movie I watched the other day was The Barbarian. That movie was really good.
Dude, wait, with Justin Long?
Yeah,
That movie's crazy.
it's good too because like for
I
a
love
horror
that
movie, they started doing storylines that I'm like, oh, we're gonna revisit it, and they didn't, and I'm like, they kind of like now that you've watched it, I don't know how good the like rewatch ability
I
is.
love that movie.
It was
I want
very good.
to rewatch it soon. I watched it in theaters and I was fucking dying the whole movie. I love that.
I also watched shit. It's like another horror movie where like the guy like cuts people up and eats them. But like fuck, what's it called? Shit, I'm gonna text Brooklyn about it. But it was real it was Prince. That's what it was. Super good. It was pretty spooky.
Spooky. That's a good movie.
It was
Spooky.
spooky, man. It was a spooky little movie because when horror movies are realistic for me, like I enjoy them way more. Like I don't necessarily.
That's why I liked Hereditary so much.
Hereditary's the best, dude.
That's why I liked it more than Midsummer.
I've
I
watched
hated
that a
Midsummer
long
so
time.
much.
I don't like Midsommar either.
I just
But
yeah,
Midsommar, there was no you knew it was gonna happen, and
yeah.
there was no nothing scary happened. You're just like, all right, they're all gonna
Yeah, you
like.
know they're all gonna eventually die. And
Yeah,
even that
did you even see them die? That shit pissed.
and
me
even
off.
the thing I hated the most though was like with Hereditary, like I feel like they played it in a way where like you almost thought the family was just like mentally insane. So
Yeah.
almost like it felt believable to me. I was like, maybe these people, maybe this isn't like obviously we know how it ends, but with like what was it? Midsummer, they're trying to like play the boyfriend as this horrible person. Like at no point did I feel like this guy was. He was just like a
Deserved
loser.
that.
Like I know
Yeah.
it was like
He's
it's
just like a
like
bad
I didn't
boyfriend,
feel
I guess.
bad for this girl at all. Like this guy
No,
sucked.
she was
Apparently,
annoying, dude.
Yeah.
And they were annoying as a couple, so it's like, and I know
apparently he just was awkward, and then he asked a dude to like steal his dissertation or whatever, and that's it.
But then he
like I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel bad for her. I didn't fucking.
Didn't
I
he
don't know.
also get like wasn't the point where she snaps where like the lady was trying to sleep with him, but like he got like assaulted?
Yeah, he got straight up
He got-
assaulted.
and
Yeah,
he
like, he's
got
a victim.
drugged. Yeah, he got drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it just like and she just like saw it and just like
She's
automatically
like, "Yep,
assumed,
burn
yep.
him."
Like there's a cult of people like watching this guy like let's use some critical. Nope, that's
Yeah.
it. Final straw.
Yeah,
Hated
like,
that movie. I also probably hated it more because everybody said it was like the greatest thing ever, and then I went into it expecting that.
Like,
I went
Well, whenever someone hypes up a movie like that,
And then I went into Hereditary with like no expectations, so I
yeah.
just, like,
Hereditary's just fucked up.
yeah,
too.
exactly. Like it just felt so much.
Well, if you like, it has Hereditary has a great red herring in it, which is like the little girl where they make you think she's gonna be.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
character. They kind of do that in Barbarian too, which I really
Yeah.
like. So.
I'm gonna watch that. What is that about, Barbarian?
It's about this girl who goes to like an Airbnb, and she finds out there's someone else there in the house, and and like it's just it's like a mishap of coincidences, but like they end up staying the night there, and all this weird shit, like
yeah. It's
really
tough.
weird shit happens.
It's tough to explain without like giving it away too.
Just
It's, like,
watch it,
so
dude.
fucking-
Yeah, I will. I definitely will.
It's so wild. It's really good.
Yeah.
And like it's almost like they don't give you enough information about anything. That movie like almost like leaves you wanting like answers about other stuff. I'm like, you fucking teased me. But anyway. Also, Pro Cop, did you watch All Quiet on the Western Front yet?
Not
That
yet.
movie is
I,
good.
Dude.
That's a
I
good
saw
movie.
I saw some
Fuck
headline
you.
where it was like it changes history, and I was like,
It's
ooh.
fucking wild, man. It's not like, dude, to be real, it's like any war movie like made recently is like kind of has that level of like the graphics where it's like so it kind of fucking is a little bit jarring, but it's just the level of just the agony from start to end.
Yeah, there's not one good part of that movie. I think there's one slightly positive in that whole entire movie.
Dude, it's
Sounds
a
like the war.
brutal 2 hours. It's brutal, man. And especially like when you bring like the real like mental aspect of it being realistic that 14 million people died over like this a strip of land from Boston to Connecticut. Like for no
That is-
reason. Like, it's wild, man, because of like also just how vicious it was for no reason, and then it just like ended. And they're like fucking all bullying. And it's like you guys were just poking each other's eyes out with your bare hands 2 seconds ago. And it's like that was like the last proper war where it was like no good versus evil really. Everyone was just kind of like meat. Like no one came.
You guys' audio is all choppy. I don't know what's going on.
Is it all of ours?
On my end, at least, when you
What
guys
the
talk,
fuck?
I just hear.
Maybe try to leave
I,
and come
I
back.
hear
real quick,
chop. I
Sally.
hear chop too.
Yeah, try to leave and come back real quick.
I
Sally.
just took a chop though.
One sec.
Yeah, because Pro Cop, you
Yeah,
said
I,
you
still
it sounds
choppy.
good on my end. And what
my phone's about to die any second, so if I peace out, that's why.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm not at apartments. I don't even have the charger.
Fortnite.
But yeah, dude, Pro Cop, it's so fucking. It's worth the watch. It's
No,
so
yeah.
good.
I saw the trailer. I forget the scene where he depicts like in the book where he depicts like smashing someone's eyes in, or like it's like that's in the book. They did it. They did it.
Oh, we invite him back. You just need to join it, bro.
What do we got?
What do you say, Joe?
So what do we have for time here?
Time
Thirty
to
We're,
end it.
minutes.
we're at like 40 minutes right now.
On to this.
No, but no, I'm not gonna complain right now. I'll keep it. I'll say it later. Also, nothing to do with anyone specific.
But while we take
okay.
this little break, we're gonna be recording an episode on our phones somehow one night out in Amsterdam. We're gonna try to do that, like a little 30-minute maybe.
Yeah.
We're gonna also do content over there. Stay tuned for that. If you haven't been watching, go check the YouTube. Go check all that stuff.
Sound better?
Familiar with this? Don't tell me. Talk to me, sassy.
I wasn't talking to you.
I don't mess with you. I don't know how to rejoin. I'm an idiot.
Oh, my message. Yeah, no, sorry. That was,
I know. I'm fucking with you. I'm back.
But yeah, what were we say? Oh, we kind of ended the fucking.
Yeah, we're talking about.
But the war movie was nuts, dude. Go watch all.
I'm halfway through that. I got to where he stuffed dirt in that dude's mouth.
Yeah, that was a little.
Oh, that's like.
That was a little brutal, man.
Yeah, it was a little much for me, and I was just busy. I had other stuff to do, but I was like, "This is a good part to just come back to."
Those things that just it makes you so uncomfortable, like realizing like that's definitely like a very mild thing of even what happened. Like it's kind of fucked, and it's got like that's why I was trying to think of another war movie I watched recently. There was like one about these like Irish soldiers that got attacked by French and some other mercenaries or something like that in some like UN peacekeeping mission. It was actually pretty good too. It was like a Netflix
I know what you're talking about.
dubbing.
It's like something 71 or something.
Yeah, that was it. That one was very good. I watched that.
Bedlam or something. I know what you're talking about. It's got the dude from Skins in it, actually.
Oh.
From season 2 and 3. Cook. I don't remember his name, but the guy who played Cook. Fucking. Did you ever see? Sorry, someone texted something to be really funny. Fucking. What's it called? Did you guys ever see Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That's another war, like Saving Private Ryan's the big one, but that's like another war movie I watched where I was like, that's another war movie where I watched where I was like, damn, dude, this like you just see people like random people dying like the whole time. You know what I mean? Besides the main character, it's just like people are just standing there or running, and then they just get hit by shit, and you're like. Man, imagine just that sucks, dude. Like driving that whole way just to like start running and get you know what I mean? Like, there's no telling if you'll make it or not. Like, war really bugs me out when you think. I don't mean I'm not like a hippy dippy, but I'm like I genuinely don't.
For how
understand
dumb it is, man. It's not even like think of how long it takes you driving out to get there to just run and die right away. Think of the 18 years of life to get to that point to die over nothing when it comes down to it. When it comes down to like literally your Monopoly, it kind of sucks. That's why like
bugs me out.
That's why All Quiet on the Western Front was kind of fucked up for me because I'm like that's like 100 years ago, dude. Like really not that many. Like that's kind of nuts that we didn't. The German guy was literally just like my dad won, so I'm gonna make all these guys run out into this field again with 20 minutes left.
That guy
like, dude,
I hope that guy was executed for that. Like that's a war crime.
Dude, the fact that you're just like, I'm going to kill these guys because I was told to, and they have wear another uniform is like, when you really break it down, like, you're like, wait a minute, this is insane. Like,
Yeah,
why would I?
If that far from it.
And then they just proceeded to do it 20 years later on a scale even greater.
way worse, dude. Those guys came back and they're like, yeah, our kids, they're going. We're sending them. But their cause is going to not only be a losing one, it's going to make almost no impact at all. And that was, dude, it was like 70,000 in Vietnam, right? Like, not a small amount of people died.
Yeah, literally.
For, like, not
Do you
to
see the death toll for
Vietnamese?
the Korean War is
50,000.
insane too.
It's
No,
like
I'm saying for like, other lives
Millions.
matter too, Cooper. Other lives matter too.
Oh, no. 1 million Chinese died during that war.
There's like
they were
three. I think
they were there for a
we
year.
carpet bombed like 45%. I think we're being hyperbolic here, but like 45% of their entire population. Like, just like
That one wasn't a great look. And MacArthur was like, let's use nukes. Like,
I
he
know
wanted to
that's
use
that's the
nukes.
thing. Like when I'm not trying to defend North Korea here, but like once you actually like look at like what happened to them, like you kind of can't blame them for like the way they look at us. Like we really fucked
You
them
really
up.
can't.
Like
Yeah,
like,
and
I get where you're coming from.
it's also like it's also if we didn't. It's good that we didn't keep escalating it. Like someone at some point was like, "All right, like this is the brink," because it's like if we imagine we just like set the precedent of using nukes because we were the only ones who had it at that point. So it's like we could have just like started leveling places, bro, and that would have been that would have been not good. like that was a real pivotal turning point in history. I think the fact that we just kind of like let that one settle, but then it kind of solved no problems, and in fact, I think just prolonged it. You got to think at some point North Korea's gonna have to do something, man. They can't just their whole thing is spending their money on doing something.
Aren't they like launching? Aren't
Yeah, they're sending a ton of shit
Korea,
into
like,
over
aren't
in
like
Korea into the Sea of Japan and shit. I guess.
It's like the closest it's been ever right
Oh,
now.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, I don't like, and at some point, man, like they're gonna develop it. I feel like it's inevitable.
I feel like there's no way they don't have it. They're just not dumb enough to be like
yeah,
doing.
I think it's like they.
I don't know if they're not. I don't know if like you got to think, bro. Those people got to slightly, kind of really overestimate. Like you got to think, like enough people in there buy into the program, bro.
No, I think it's definitely more of a defensive thing where they're like. Who said this recently? I think like Tim Pool said like, if every sovereign citizen needs a nuclear armament for themselves
Oh yeah,
to be
I was like,
truly
dude, are you fucking
sovereign.
insane?
And like
I got
that's
There's
why
no way
like
Tim
that-
got to change his fucking hat, man.
so
Huh?
I said Tim Pool's got to change his hat.
yes.
oh yeah.
Oh, is he the he doesn't have a scally cap, does he?
Yeah, he does.
He might have put on a scally cap at some point. I bet I could find a picture. Anyways,
Loser.
they're taking it from a like, hey, if you're pointing a gun at us, we're gonna point a gun back at you, but we don't want to shoot it. But that's what everyone's doing, and that's the whole game. Is let's not shoot each other in the head.
Yeah, that's the game.
Doctor
You're
Strange
here on election night
to
getting
love the bomb.
geopolitical fucking points from Cooped Up. That's what you guys came here for.
Yeah, dude.
Let's get off this
Yeah.
shit.
What else?
It's
What else
election
do
day.
we have?
All 5 people here didn't vote, as far as from what I
I
gathered.
apparently was not registered, but I never changed my address, so I should be registered.
No, I voted and I got really fucking embarrassed because
Yeah.
for one of them I wrote in Obama just for like shits and giggles, and then my
Obama.
ballot like got fucked up. So like they were looking at it, so that everybody just had to like, all the old fucking election people had to like look at me like scribble
You know
Obama
they
everywhere.
do.
So, like this guy is an asshole. It's like, fuck.
It
Well, dude, they've
counts.
been sitting there all day.
And then I wrote it all over again and put Obama on.
Committed to it. Honestly, people in this town especially are lucky because I was getting texts from town like elections, and I was gonna vote against every single one of them. And I know that the fucking votes in Plymouth would have mattered. Like that, like, one vote might have made a difference for some of these fucking. So they're lucky.
I
didn't
wish.
get
Oh my
the
god, I
fucking
get all
vote.
the texts.
I respond to them, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if people are running with like the most ridiculous. And one person got back to me, and like it was like a smaller election, like it wasn't the district attorney here, but it was something.
On one of the texts.
Yeah, and they're like, "We're sorry, we'll take you off the list." Yada yada yada. Like it was definitely like this PTA mom,
Yo,
dude.
poor
like,
kid.
sending out text.
I got
Like,
I got a text for like safer roads, and I just found I was like, one time I watched my friend drink 13 margaritas at Applebee's, and I handed him my keys.
That's great.
I just wanted them to be horrified.
Someone's got to be reading them. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, you know what? Something happened yesterday that kind of threw me off. There at this bar for the open mic, somebody we like know, like his cousin like does stand up, and I was like, I've talked to him for a bit. We're walking into the bathroom. The bathroom is a full bathroom. 2 urinals, 2 stalls, 2 sinks, like a big bathroom, not a solo bathroom. I'm walking in behind him. He like acknowledges me. I start walking into the bathroom. He steps out and goes, "I'll wait for you to be done." And then goes and stands outside until I come out of the bathroom. And I'm like, dude, do I give off like I'm gonna try to pull a move on you in this bathroom vibes, dude? Like, why the fuck is this kid not coming? It was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
He had to
Fucking
rip
threw me
one.
off. Maybe he had to take a shit and he was embarrassed. I guess that's true. I was more like, my immediate thought was like, this kid doesn't want to come in the bathroom with me. I'm like, what the hell did I do to this kid for him to not want to come take a piss next to me?
He didn't want to
You know
share
what
his
I mean?
blow.
Maybe that's it, but that's also, I'm not going to make that assumption. Where is everybody going?
In and outs, you know, got to make sure the audio's good.
CNN.
All right.
Sorry.
But anyway.
Shit's
Um,
on my end. Don't know why.
What do we do?
Well, guys,
You know what's something that I
great
thought
episode,
about?
guys.
Okay. We could be
Oh,
done.
Joey's gone. That's what happened.
yeah, his
I
phone
got
died.
confused.
Oh, word.
What were you gonna say?
What I was saying is because at the RMV, by the way, no one normal ever is in the RMV. They're always just like absolute freaks. Like, I don't know why everybody who's a freak needs to be getting their car fixed the same day. Where are the normal people? But anyway, I was watching the TVs because I didn't, like, there was no service in there. And they had like the missing kids thing up there, which is sad, tragic. But I thought about when I was a kid. Remember how you used to walk into like the Walmarts and they'd have like the missing kids like up there? As a kid, I always thought like those were kids who would go missing in that particular Walmart. So like 20 kids a week would be in the fucking Walmart. And I always thought that, but then I like kind of like remember like looking around and being like, people aren't just snatching you up from stores. And then I remember asking my mom one day, who definitely ran my childhood kind of like a fear-based dictator, and everything she gave me was propaganda. And she was like, yes, those are kids that go missing in this Walmart. That's why you can't leave my side. So that's why I think I have a fear of still being abducted in real life, even though I'm definitely not cute enough to get abducted. But
Yeah,
that's
Or-
something I thought about.
not small enough either.
I'm not. You need a big body to get me. That's the thing. That is a privilege. I feel like I have to acknowledge is having no self control and going to Dairy Queen almost every time I pass one. It makes me a lot harder to get into a van. You need at least 2 or 3 people, probably. Unless they're bigger guys. You get like some buff guys who wear like V-neck t-shirts and are like all skin tight muscle shirts. Like, I'm sure I'm getting in the van.
Those Vin Diesel types.
Yeah, like those guys one guy would get me in the van. But like an average Joe Schmo who's trying to get me in the van, no way. But anyway, what time are we at? I don't know where Joe went.
We're at
He
like
told us.
we're at like
told us
50
where
minutes. Like,
Oh, his phone.
if we want to call it a quickie, but
I'm down to do that.
Do you have anything to what's happened to you, dude? I feel like
here's what
you
happened to
in a
me
while.
just like moments ago. Over the
You were
weekend.
here.
Yeah, like, well, not moments ago, an hour or two ago.
Oh, so fresh. This is fresh.
Me and Megan just get back from voting, and there's a ring at our doorbell, and we're like, what the fuck? It's like 7 o'clock. Who's ringing our doorbell? Is it like solar guys? We get like a bunch of the solar guys soliciting stuff. I go to the front
That's
door,
some
no
damn-
one's there. I'm like, is it my dad? Well, my dad's the only one who comes to the side door, I guess. And it's my neighbor, from like my backyard, and he's off the boat Polish, great
Not a
guy.
good phrase to say.
And we smoked a couple times, and over the weekend he had his like work buddy over, and he got like really fucking stoned, and I guess his wife told him like no more smoking, and he didn't go to the dispensary, so he came to me. Is like, hey man, you got any? I'm like, what's going on? And he's like,
I would've been kinda
I
pissed,
got an itch. And he fucking grabbed my grinder, he packs it. He's like, thanks man, I'm gonna go smoke this in the car in his broken English. And I'm like, oh my god, what a coinky dink.
What a
That was me.
dink, dude.
Winky Nicky
Yeah,
says.
Oh
that's
my
all I fucking
God.
got for you, man.
Oh, yeah, that's the whitest phrase. I
Yeah.
love it, dude.
It was fucking white as fuck. Two Polacks smoking
That
each
is true.
other
Yeah,
up.
that's
2 Polacks.
Hey, can you say that, Aaron?
Dude, the balls.
I can say the
of that
fuck I
guy.
want.
You can't say Polacks. Sorry.
I will. I'm sorry, I won't.
Coop can just barely.
Well,
I'm half Polish.
Yeah.
I'm
Even the
Lithuanian.
Polacks weren't nice to my people, so I get to say it.
Lithuania conquered.
No
Poland
one's
by
safe.
marrying a princess, so
Yeah.
I can call them Polacks.
They're the same people. It's
So
all,
just a fact.
all the Slavs.
you know what's another thing that I got on TikTok, by the way. Speaking of Slavs, kind of the same. I watched this like video of like Russia's most like remote prison, and the guards there definitely beat the shit out of the prisoners for sure.
Your eyes
But
are.
like I think
fucking
it's pretty.
crazy.
Yeah, this is.
I
I'm
know,
gonna.
right?
Dude, I'm gonna have a talk. I'm
I
gonna
had to
bring
bring that up before.
I'm gonna have a talk. I'm gonna have a talk after this.
With me?
Yeah.
Coop, you look like you're dead.
You are,
Like, I'm gonna be honest.
you
I'm
just-
just. I'm just.
Whenever you go to talk, you're like, yo, so like, I was like,
I
you dictate. Your eyes just go so. They're like,
Dude,
you
this
love
lig's
them,
so
and then you
bright.
tell us,
Look at how
I just
look how
don't-
bright this light is. Like it's fucking
Oh my
right in my
God.
eyes. dude.
I just. I
No,
don't.
son.
I've said it. I just don't think the. You know what? Never mind. We're just gonna get offended.
Dude, say it, dude.
No. I'll say it after.
I don't want you to say it.
I don't
after.
want to bring people into the beef. I'm just kidding. No, what were you gonna say, Coop? Before we made fun of you.
Oh, he froze.
Oh my
No,
god!
dude,
You
I'm
did-
kidding.
that was good. That was good.
Oh, anyway. What I was
But-
saying is, dude, I think it's pretty smart on Russia's part to put the people who want to get. How much do you think they pay them to sit in the fucking prison out in the fucking middle of nowhere? You can't interact with that. They're like, it's 200 miles from the nearest city. So, like, you live at the prison as a guard. You got to be almost as bad as a serial killer, I think. And I think it's smart that they pay you to be out in the fucking middle
Did
of
they
Russia.
pay you to go to prison?
To be a prison guard, yeah.
Oh, I think I missed
I'm
that
saying
part.
if you're
I
being a
was like,
prison
what's the
guard
prison
at one
again,
of the
babe?
most miserable places on
Yeah.
the planet, like you got to be equal. Like I think you got to be a low. Like I think low level criminals. That should be a way that they can make money in prison. They could be like, oh, you can go be a prison guard for these fucking next level people in the middle of the woods in Russia. But that's where Brittany Griner is. So.
She's in
Hopefully she
that
gets caught.
prison? In that
Yeah.
prison specifically?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't smoke pot in Russia.
So bring a dab cart to Russia, and that's like the thing, dude. People are like I saw this British person who was like all amped up. He's like, if I bring cocaine to Qatar, I get to go to jail for 7 years. It's like, yeah, bro, it's their laws. Like, what do you mean? Like, just get like they make the all riled up about the stupidest shit about like the rules in Qatar and like how there's no alcohol and stuff. It's like, then don't go, you fucking animals.
yeah. Doesn't sound like my kind of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Sounds
wait
like
till
TV from your pub sounds great, dude.
I'll just
no
wait till
need to-
2026 when it's literally here. I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. Anyway, I'm still a little pissed at Aaron. So
Don't worry about it. That's fine.
there will be hands thrown. By the
Word.
way.
Sounds good.
Wouldn't be an episode if Coop
Yeah.
wasn't pissed
Anyways,
off at
thanks for
Aaron.
joining us. We're doing stuff in Amsterdam. We're going to Amsterdam. Check out Alex. What do you got going on? Because this will come out tomorrow, right, Prokop?
Yeah. We need to get
Oh,
this
cool.
out.
Yeah, man. Anyone liked anything I said? I do a podcast called Yes Offense. It's on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes. Follow me on Instagram at Silly Selly. All S's, no spaces, I at the end. Silly Selly. And if any of you, anyone out, listeners are in Connecticut, come to my show at Powder Hollow Brewery in Middletown at the end of the month, Saturday, November 26th. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that'd be almost done.
There you go. Check
Thanks for
out
having me out,
Sally.
guys. Always fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was fun. That was super fun.
And t-shirts are coming, dude. I swear to God, dude. End the episode. I'm seeing Mia next week. T-shirts will be coming.
All right, sign it off.
Word.